every time my phone rings whenever I'm about to stream. Greetings, Felton, in time and space! It's your host, TheAmariaShadow, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to some more of Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. The new patch just went live, and with that, introduces two new bits of content. Of course, we have the Manderville quest line, which we can tackle a little bit later, but today I wanted to focus on this right here, which is our new exploration zone, the Occult Crescent, which is basically our new Eureka content, if you haven't seen that before. Actually, you probably haven't seen that because I did not stream Stormblood, and the amount of hours I put into Eureka when I was really obsessed with it. So this will also be tied to our brand new relic weapon quest line. So this is something that I'm going to be mostly focused on to see if it's something I'm going to get super invested in. If not, oh well, but hey, we're going to go ahead straight into this. So without further ado, let's get started right away today's adventure and see what's in store for us. Allons-y! One last hurrah. You're Yami, aren't you? Just the man I was after as it happens. Old Kettenram taxed me with finding you. Says he's got a proposition for you. Stay right there. I'll go fetch him. Apologies for collaring you like this, but I was hoping we could parley before you took leave of Tuliolo. I'll cut right to the chase. I want you on board for me final expedition. Before I get into the particulars, allow me to spin a quick yarn. These days, any Eorzean sailor worth their salt bound for Turali and Tural take the established route and skirt the southern Indigo Deep. But back when maps of the realm were nothing but blank parchment past Vilbrin, all we had was the allure of the horizon to guide us. Most of me fellow explorers weighed anchor and cut a course due west, heading straight for adventure. Alas, most were lost to the waves. Me crew and I reached Tural on account of us ranging northward and avoiding the same treacherous waters that claimed them. That stretch of the deep came to be known as Shade's Triangle. Ha! I had a notion to solve this mystery on behalf of me fallen comrades, but after arriving on these shores, it was the land, not the sea, that promised adventures I knew. Once I settled here and disbanded the expedition, I never did get the opportunity. But then I crossed paths with a certain realm-renowned adventurer and began to wonder. Something told me that with your help, I'd finally shed light on the mystery of those accursed waters. So how about it? Will you join this old explorer on one final jaunt? It'd be my honor. Knew I could count on you. Truth be told, the Lord Galul asked me to watch over Gona and Wuklamat. I feared I'd never sail again. Any road, I sensed the pair were wise to me worrying, so I laid it all bare. And you say the mystery of Shay's Triangle has haunted you since? The region of which you speak is an impediment to trade with foreign nations. Any effort to unravel its secrets would ultimately benefit Tuliolal. Sounds like it might be the last chance you get, especially if you're hoping to get Yami involved. Besides, Papa would turn in his grave if we barred his old friend from one final voyage. I say follow your heart, Donqua. I'm sure you'll be wanting more details, but I'd like to set sail sooner rather than later. Let's reconvene once we've put a few malms between us and the harbor. The ship is ready and waiting. Had her sent over from Limsa especially. When you're ready, speak with Offengeim over on the pier. Ha! I'm okay. Okay. Jesus, the sneezers love sneaking up on me. Yami, I presume. Kettenram told me all about you. The name's Offengeim, navigator by trade. They say Shay's Triangle is racked with storms year-round, but a closer look at the charts has tell you that ain't strictly true. For a brief season, the sky is clear and the sea's calm, hence why the old explorer is eager to weigh anchor. What's the matter? Don't tell me you're wary of clambering onto this little rowboat. Haha, we're not rowing all the way to Shay's Triangle. Our vessel's waiting out beyond the shallows. Any road, when you're good and prepared to leave, just say the word. Ready to plot a course for waters unknown, are ye? Yep. Don't know whether to respect your mettle or question your sanity, but welcome aboard. Shay's Triangle, here we come! Plain sailing thus far. Might be time to talk about our destination. Shay's Triangle is a churning mess of storms, so every time a vessel goes missing in the region, most blame the treacherous conditions. But hear this, there are records of the last ship seeking to chart those waters, and the message they relayed to their escort is passing strange. Conditions fair, crescent-shaped isle sighted in vicinity. Potential safe haven during storms attempting to make landfall. It never made it back to port, despite the calm seas. Folks talk to calling the island the Occult Crescent ever since. They say it's naught but a shifting mirage that claims the lives of all who sight it. Everyone on board knows the risks involved on a voyage like this, but there ain't nothing like the thrill of the unknown to trump good sense. Aye, the whiff of mystery and the promise of new discovery is hard to resist. Am I right in thinking the same applies to you, adventurer? Anyhow, why did you get acquainted with the rest of the crew? I'll be here checking the charts. Once you've got the measure of the folks risking their hides along with you, come and find me. This ain't me first trip to these waters. I've sailed close to Shay's Triangle to survey the weather many a time. Only on the clearest days, when the sea's flat as glass, do you get a glimpse of the isle. It looks unremarkable from a distance, but that's exactly what the poor bastards who went missing must have thought. Never did pluck up the courage to take a closer peek, curious as I was. When I heard Kettenram was leading an expedition into the heart of the Triangle, I signed right up. Don't get me wrong, I've still got me reservations, but when I think of whatever's waiting for us in those waters, it's the excitement that wins out. My grandmother once sailed with Kettenram. Ugh. He was right there with him when they first made landfall on Toral, but it wasn't Toral they were aiming for. They left Eorzea westward bound for Himegashi. They didn't count on a great big continent lying between them and their destination. Once they were ashore, they soon forgot all about the Far East. Eventually, my grandfather settled, and here I am, 3 generations later. By all accounts, journeying with Kettenram is life-changing. I mean that in the best possible sense, of course. This isn't some foolhardy treasure hunt. No, solving the isle's secrets will be worth more than any glittering trinkets. And if we can open up safe passage to the island, there's potential to establish a permanent landing. Just imagine the boon to foreign trade that would bring. All which is to say, there's more at stake here than lining our pockets. There's no telling what awaits us on the island, which is why we've enlisted the help of experts and artisans to supplement our crew. There's one fellow we're all wishing we'd steered clear of, though. After we left port, I caught the crazed fool trying to launch one of the lifeboats. We managed to lock him in the hold, but the Vidral set up drinking all the rum in sight. In the end, we tied him up and stuffed him in one of the barrels he drained dry. Oh no, is it who I think it is? Looks like you had a good chat with the crew. That's the thing with seafaring. A close-knit crew is indispensable out on the open sea. I know there's talk about me feats at reaching Toral, but in truth I couldn't have done it without me fellow explorers. Wherever the winds might take us, I consider it me duty to get us all there and back in one piece. Right, we'll be entering Shay's Triangle any moment now. Look sharp! Land ho! Hold steady, we'll sail straight for her. Aye aye! Where's that blasted island? We just had it in our sights. Man, spotted off the starboard stern. What? Don't tell me we were careened right past it. Get this hulk turned around. No, it's moving. Lost sight of the damn thing again. Shit, the mirage was right on the money. If the isle itself was moving, the waves be surging right over the bulwark. This is no natural phenomenon. Something's messing with our perception. Hello. Ye deserved. Heed my call. Deserved or not, onwards we sail. Who are ye talking to? A strange voice, you say? I didn't hear a thing. What in the... I've lost control of the rudder! It's like something's reeling us in! Couldn't be the island, could it? How's the hull looking? No obvious damage, but the ship's stuck fast, almost as if we dropped anchor. Perfectly docked and without a single scratch. There ain't a helmsman alive who could have managed that. I fear she'll end up like that if we try and shift her. I reckon we were brought here by some sort of arcane trickery. Trap too, most likely. Magic right to our destination. Quite a stroke of luck, if you ask me. Well, there's nothing for it but to get this expedition underway. That voice you heard on the ship, it's fun to wonder whether that wasn't some kind of summons. I'm glad to have you with us, regardless. As for the isle itself, I had assumed it was uninhabited. Certainly wasn't expected to come across this phantom village. Like as not, there's some sort of ward encompassing the island to keep us here. That said, there's a chance ethereal currents could circumvent the ward, assuming you could tap into one. Might be worth a try if adventure calls you elsewhere. Any road, as much as I'd like to gather the crew and get stuck right in, we'd better secure the perimeter first. Oh, and I thought I'd give you a journal to jot down your findings along the way. Figure there's more than a few folks out there who'd appreciate a record of your exploits here. Fill those pages and give them something to sink their teeth into. If you wish to return to Tuliolol at any point during the expedition, interact with the ethereal current by the moored ship. The corresponding current at high tide harbor facilitates travel back to the Occult Crescent. Occult record unlocked. The Occult record is now available under Collection in the Duty section of the main menu. New entries for prominent terms and characters will be added to the record as you explore the Occult Crescent. Occult record number 1. Ken Ram... What the hell is that name? Okay, the Phantom Village. Oh. Itchy eyeballs. Odd, not a single soul about. No use pondering, though. We'd better take a look around while Offenheim stands guard. As long as the ship's safe, so are all the provisions on board. And that means one less worry while we're getting our bearings. Let me know if you find anything of interest. Faintly glowing stone. Likely carved by skilled hands, this ether-infused stone exudes a faint glow. It is unclear whether the stone emits light naturally, or if some internal mechanism is causing the illumination. Overgrown building. The foliage choking the building and the overall state of decay suggests it has been abandoned for some time, left to the mercy of the elements. Two shipwrecks are visible in the eerily still bay, no doubt once crewed by brave sailors seeking the inner reaches of Shade's Triangle. Judging from their orientation, the vessels must have sunk while attempting to leave the island. There's no telling whether the souls on board were also lost to the waves. You have finished investigating the area. Kenram will be keen to know of your findings. Whee! Ow. I'm guessing you're no close to solving the Isle's mysteries either. Looking at these structures, I'd say this settlement's ancient. The original inhabitants may be long gone, but I was half hoping to find a few survivors from the wrecks at the very least. Anyhow, this building in particular took me instance. I managed to force a lock. I don't want you to think I make a habit of breaking locks in general skullduggery, other than when strictly necessary, of course. Let's take a look inside, shall we? No! A coffin! How nice. And rats! Lovely! A sarcophagus, do you reckon? I wouldn't get too close if I were you. I sense arcane trickery afoot. These candles aren't being kept alight by natural means, that's for damn sure. Just as I thought. Experience tells me a war like this will have us jumping through hoops to dispel it. Only ye deserved may lay claim. Let me see what I can do. Not sure which is a more confounding mystery, your magic touch or this godforsaken rock we're standing on. Hi! Is that... Oh my god, it's a Toddberry! Why? Why even? A Tonberry? What? I would have left you locked in there if I knew! Ugh! Thoroughly refreshed and raring to go. And who might you two be? Wasn't expecting the common tongue. You take me for some benighted fool? Perhaps a valid supposition given my current form. You stand before the archive, the very definition of erudition. Now hurry up and introduce yourselves. Oh, Yami, is it? Those keen, searching eyes of yours. Clearly you have an inquisitive mind like no other, save my own, that is. I'm Ketchenram, an explorer hailing from Limsa Laminsa. We're here on an expedition backed by the nation of Tuliolol. What now? Tuliolol? I visited each of the 12 city-states and learned all there is to know about their peoples and cultures, but those names ring unfamiliar. To think a whole nation would elude me. Tell me, when exactly was this Tuliolol founded? The 7th astral era? I moved to the island to avoid spreading the affliction that left me, as you see, and promptly fell into a deep slumber. If memory serves, such a plague swept the realm at the end of the 5th asteroid era. But that mean you'd been asleep for more than 1,500 years. That would explain why I feel so well rested. Now that I'm awake, I should very much like to see what has become of the Isle. I certainly don't recall the memorial fountain being so begrimed with algae. Perhaps you do speak the truth. And this strange ether I sense pervading the island, could it be a ward of sorts? The noggin's still foggy after that eons-long slumber. There was a time when I knew all kinds of things, the name of every battle, the weight of all the riches in the world to the aunts. I was a wise old man, a gushing font of knowledge. You are a Tonberry, and I don't trust you. Say, I could be a real boon for your expedition once I get up to speed. I shall join you on your endeavors. No. Can I say no? Seeing as there's nothing in this settlement out to kill us, I think it's time we get the crew ashore and earning their keep. I'll be right back. Hopefully we can learn more about the Isle from our newfound co-conspirator. The archive has been added to the occult record. Unfamiliar territory. Would you care to elaborate upon what brought you here? So this isle lies in the heart of Shade's Triangle, and many a ship has gone missing in these waters? You mentioned wrecks out in the bay. It's not unreasonable to think some of those sailors would have made it ashore. Why did no one try to wake me? They probably took one look at you and sealed the sarcophagus back up. A ridiculous notion! I might be old, but I'm swift and sprightly. I'd have been up and about in a flash if they so much as shifted the coffin lid. The door to your chamber was tightly barred. But your burly companion was able to force the lock. I dare say younger, swarthier sailors would have even less trouble getting that door open. Never mind that, I'm still puzzled by the strange voice that only I could hear. You mean to imply that someone summoned you here? Clearly it wasn't me. I've been sound asleep for the last few millennia, give or take. What a tantalizing conundrum. We simply must get to the bottom of this. What the Eos? A fairy? Is it knowledge you seek? What manner of creature is this? A familiar, methinks. Looks like the fairies employed by Nemean scholars of Eld. Was it you who summoned her? Me? Preposterous. I would have summoned something more statuesque. How rude! My name is Iris, and I certainly wasn't called forth by a wizened little wretch like you. Wizened? You mean wise, you petulant little whelp. Honestly, who would ever summon a companion so lacking in manners? I know exactly what I meant, and you, sir, are lacking in wisdom. A seal has been placed upon your worldly knowledge, thus preventing its use. You can only speak of that which the lithe individual over here has seen and learned firsthand. Is that so? Well, that explains why I can't muster the faintest mote of magic. I tried to heal myself earlier, to no avail. A century of sleep on that cold stone slab really took its toll on my lower back. Enough of you and your aching bones. Iris, where's your master? Let me try a different tack. Why were you summoned here? I don't know. Ha! Looks like someone else has had their knowledge sealed away. If I'm unwise and lacking wisdom, then you're not but an unfamiliar. Ahem. I'll tell you one thing. That fairy was steeped in the same ether permeating the island. As I surmise, there's a strange ward covering the isle in its entirety. No doubt those ships of the bay were caught in its pull. Well, wards can't just cast themselves, meaning someone's responsible for those poor souls who perished in Shade's Triangle. Methinks our focus ought to be finding out what we can about this individual. And let's not forget that strange voice you keep hearing. For all we know, it could be connected in some way. Right, let's go speak with Jeffroy over yonder. He ought to have word on progress at the base camp. You'll be pleased to hear that preparations are well underway. I sent the advance party to scout ahead while the ship's being unloaded. They've already found an ideal spot to stage forays into the island's southern reaches, and are setting up camp as we speak. When you're ready to head out, just say the word. Once you're out in the field, you'll have to speak with Kettenram and decide how to proceed. The support crew will be stationed here in town. Be sure to avail yourself of their services if you're in need. And if you're after a weaponsmith, word is we hired a truly remarkable craftsman for the expedition. Judging by his reputation, he'll soon have your weapons honed to deadly perfection. The smithy will be set up over yonder. Do drop by if you're interested. Well, that's all from me. Give me a shout when you're ready to make for the encampment. Fucking Geralt! We'll come. Oh, here's all the people. Grab this while I'm here. Arcane artistry. That rum-addled reprobate. Wouldn't be surprised if we found him floating in the sea. Oh, haven't even the smithy, do you? I'm afraid we ain't up and running yet. Truth be told, the weaponsmith we hired bolted before we could finish setting him soft. A master of his craft, by all accounts, but he's been nothing but trouble since he set foot on the ship. Kept trying to escape, so we threw him in the old. Our woes didn't end there, though. He drank most of the booze we brought along for the expedition. I tell you, the bugger was half pickled by the time we hauled him out. Any road the bastard's now gone and disappeared. The fellow you speak of sounds vaguely familiar. Hey, either you're already acquainted with the scoundrel, or he owes his home to more cantankerous weaponsmiths than I thought. Needless to say, there aren't many folk willing to sail for Shade's Triangle. While we were searching around trying to find someone, a certain enterprising woman put us in touch. They say there ain't a finer weaponsmith alive today, but he drinks like a sailor on shore leave, and is up to his neck in debt. He signed up for the expedition to settle his dues. Of course. Any road, he can't have gotten far. It's not like there's any way off this rock. If he's half as good as they say, I reckon he'll be a boon for your inventory. Keep your eyes peeled. If you run into a shirtless, rum-soaked good-for-nothing by the name of Geralt, tell him to come see me. Hi, Geralt. We meet again. Not a drop of rum to be had in this bloody ghost town. There was no mention of Shade's Triangle when I signed the goddamn contract. Talk about false bloody pretenses. More fool me for trusting that wily harden, hey? Who the hell's our... Oh, bugger me. Can't I do one bleeding job without you showing your ugly mug? Hey! This mug is flawless! That said, there's never a dull moment when us two team up. How about we finish the job shopping and get off this desolate rock, eh? Must have had a hard time coaxing him back. Apologies for all the trouble. Right, with the smithy up and running, it's high time you started earning your keep. Listen here, do you really think I'm going to sully me hammer and tongs knocking out work any village smith with half a brain could handle? No, nothing less than nigh impossible feats of genius stoke me fire these days, says the impudent sot who drank the whole dry, racking up more debt in the process. You're hardly in a position to dictate terms, though it does seem daft to fork over eye-watering sums to hire Eorzean's finest weaponsmith, only to have him forge in plain old swords and shields. Any ideas, adventure? It's not quite my field of expertise. Lucky for you, feats of nigh impossible genius are me bread and butter. I'll devise a new means of refining weapons and armor. Of course, I'll need raw materials. Some magic warp ore for the Isle should do just the trick. If it's Orgia, after our surveyors soon be conducting preliminary excavation, is that all you need to start? Hardly. If that were the case, any old fool could do the job. Magical properties can be fleeting and elusive. Without a means to properly harness the ether, there's every chance the ore will degrade in the process. So you'll require something else besides raw materials, and any inkling as to what that might be? Sometimes a foul beastie throws a death leaf behind a crystallized chunk of their life essence. I've used the stuff in the past, and while it ain't exactly common, I'd wager you'll find it on this bastard rock. Not that it's unique to the island, mind. I'm sure you'll find it elsewhere, too. Does this mysterious crystal have a name? Indeed it does. Demi-Atma. No! Not Atma again! Not Atma again! I felt my character's pain! Not Atma again! Thanks for providing the spark our weaponsmith needed. Looks like he's committed to fulfilling his contractual duties at the very least. Say, how'd you feel about handling the Fiendfelin part of the gambit? While you're out acquiring Demi-Atma, I'll see how amenable Geralt is to helping around the smithy. I reckon that's a reasonable division of labor. Yeah, I'll do it, even though I'm not going to enjoy it. I'll do it! I'm not going to enjoy it! Demi-Atma can be obtained from fates and critical encounters on the Occult Crescent South Horn. It can also be obtained from fates in other regions. Fate grinding! Fate grinding! Fate grinding! Fate grinding! Fate grinding! Fate grinding! I hate it! I hate this! These regions are Urkopacha, Kozomauka, Yaktel, Shaoloni, Heritage Found, and Living Memory. So basically all the Dawntrail areas. Gotcha! Alright! Now here comes the annoying bit! Wait. Before I even think about that, I'm going to need to go... Yeah, I'm going to need to backtrack to Tuliolo right fast. Because I need to get my relic gear out of my I need to get my relic gear out of my glamour dresser because I know that's going to be tied to the stuff that I need to do. First things first. Pretty certain I had. Yeah, I do. Remove that. Remove that. Remove that. Remove that. Remove that. Save. Viper. Shit. Restore that item. Restore that item. Restore that item. Aren't I using this as a glamour? I am not. Okay. Just had to make sure. Restore that item. Restore that item. And restore that item. Alright. Now that that's taken care of, we make our way back over here. And through here. And take me a sip of water. Oh, that's good. New job, old tricks. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better location to stage an expedition than this. You'd think we'd even find something akin to an aetherite. With any luck, there'll be a few more dotted around the isle to avail ourselves of. Make sure you attune with this one before leaving camp. Speaking of leaving, our advanced party scoured the area and brought back a few bits and bobs of interest. The archive was appraising the cache, but he soon scampered off and started poking around that heap of rubble. We better see what he's up to. A survey point. There you are. I got something crystalline to show you. Aha, just as I thought. Because you laid eyes on the crystal, I was able to tap into my wealth of learning on the topic. This sealed knowledge business is awfully frustrating, I must say. What I handed you is a soul shard for the 5th astral era. Contained within is a phantasmal record of arcane arts and combat disciplines pioneered by the 12 city-states of Eld. I'm sure the methods you modern combatants employ are far more refined than those of my day. Nonetheless, you might benefit from learning the old ways of waging war. Under normal circumstances, I'd find myself a soul shard and fight alongside you, but I can't access what's inside. Thwarted again by the seal that diminutive little scallywag spoke of. Given that you were summoned here especially, I dare say you'll have no trouble using it, however. Go on, try affixing it to your garb. Phantom jobs unlocked! The soul shard in your possession gives you access to 3 phantom jobs: Phantom Knight, Phantom Monk, and Phantom Bard. These supplementary jobs can each be selected via the Phantom Job window while on the Occult Crescent. Selecting a Phantom Job enables the use of job-specific Phantom actions. Phantom actions are displayed on the Phantom Action Panel, from which they may be selected for execution. Much like other actions, Phantom actions can be registered to the hotbar. You are currently a Phantom Freelancer. Select your chosen Phantom job from the window to proceed with the expedition. Speak with the expedition advisor here in the base camp, or Jeff Roy in the Phantom Village to learn more about the Occult Crescent. Alrighty. You have unlocked Phantom Bard. Let's go with Phantom Monk. Put that there. Parry rate. Excellent. Well, seeing you've managed to interface with the Soul Shard, there is one caveat. I believe it will only work within the confines of the island's ward. Nonetheless, as you accumulate more knowledge, you'll soon be able to draw on more potent techniques. What's more, I don't think that's the only Soul Shard on the island. I'm positive you'll acquire others on your travels. The more you possess, the greater the array of ancient techniques you will have at your fingertips. Well, I shan't keep you from your excursions any longer, though you'd better speak to that imposing lass over there before you depart. These walls have seen better days, but they're solid enough. As long as we secure the entrances, the camp will be safe while you're out roaming the isle. Roaming's all well and good, but we'll need a firm plan of action if we're to make any headway. Before you leave, let's consider our approach. Seems to me the more we learn about this island, the further we get from unraveling its secrets. There's a voice only you can hear. The island-wide ward, the steal on archive knowledge, that fairy familiar and her master, not to mention that finding a settlement on such a remote island is past the strange to begin with. But before we get to satisfying our curiosity, we've a more pressing concern to address. Safety! Me crew are peerless, yourself included, but I've seen negligence and lack of preparation lay low the finest explorers, which is why I intend to thoroughly appraise the threats lurking beyond these walls. As a resident freelancer extraordinaire, I want you to fell 3 different species of fiend, and share your findings from each encounter. At the very least, it'll be an opportunity to test that crystal of yours. Provide me with any information you gather. The more you see and share, the more we chip away at that blasted seal. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This way. Dispatch those fiends and share your findings, that you might partake of my unsealed wisdom. You encountered a whole herd of Garula? It is rare indeed to see such notorious and territorial creatures banded together. Perhaps a regional adaptation? I see you also vanquished a flying lizard and a bandersnatch. The former are known for their treetop nests, and the latter are often found prowling mountainous regions in search of prey. I'm no naturalist, but they don't sound like species you normally find on an island such as this. I suppose someone could have transported them here, but why go to all that trouble? I can answer that, or at least I could, were it not for that vexatious seal. In other words, we'll be relying on Yami to document what he finds on his travels. Honestly, I'm starting to think that Iris wasn't far off the mark about you. Okay, I'm getting bored. I'm bored. Plus, I want to join this thing. Damn it, they're on the other side! How do I get in? Ah, crap. Don't tell me I'm missing something. Ah, that sucks! Uh-oh. Ah! It's still after me! Go away! Holy, they're all the way over there! And I'm only level 2, so there's no way I should be over there. I mean, I could probably make my way over there, perhaps? Question mark? Crap. There's no way in hell I'm gonna make that. Ah, no, don't tell me there's a wall. There's a wall. A treasure chest? Yeah, I'm not gonna make it to that encounter. But the least I can do is try and open up these Ethernet shards, and that way I can get around a lot quicker. Uh-oh. Crap, is that completely blocked off by a giant-ass wall? It is. It's completely blocked off. Or is it? Here's a tunnel. Oh, level 12! Well, I found the thing! Thank you. Let me lock onto the thing. Fuck! Help! Help! Someone help! Thank you. Oh, come on. No! No! Thrice come thunder, fuck off! Why is that so fast? My energy! I'm just going to back away from you for a second, because I know what's coming. First come thunder. I'm just gonna stay back here for right now. Or I'm gonna die. I'm going to die! Damn it! Oh! Oh! Fuck! 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 Oh god! Flashbang! So many colors! Ladies and gentlemen, this is your epilepsy warning right here. Yep, I knew I was gonna die. I can't see the effects the enemy is giving off. Eh. Move! 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 I'm alive! Ow! Ow! Owie! Owie! Oh! No! I just got here! Oh, what? I died. Oh! So, this is, wait, is this, oh, don't tell me! Don't tell me. Please don't tell me it's not what I think it is. Ew! I hate this gear! Fucking red coats! Ugh, I hate it! I hate it! I hate it! I hate it! I hate it. Why do the tanks get the cooler looking gear? I would have liked this gear a lot more. A lot more. Like, what? Yeah, I would have liked this gear a lot more. Ugh. Man, I'm upset about that. I'm so upset about this. Why? Why do we get the fugly gear? Gear. Literally, that's been the common trend. If you're not a tank or a caster or a healer, you get fugly gear. I would not be caught dead wearing this shit. Ugh. Well, guess that means once I get this gear, it's gonna get glamored over. Ugh. Ooh, itchy, 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 itchy. Ah, shit, there's another one. Battlecraft items? Occult coffer. The Bart's weapon outfit is something you could buy. What? All right, where am I heading? Here. What? The hell? I just spawned! No! I just wasted my ability again! Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream here for today. So, this is mainly what this entire zone is mostly about. We grind fates to get levels, to get resources, to get stronger gear. That's mainly what all of this is. So, if you want to see more of this, let me know down in the comment section below. If not, I can always do this on my own free time. It doesn't bother me. But in tomorrow's episode, we will be starting up the Hildebrand quest line once again and learn more about the missing inspector. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm repeating myself. Sorry. Thank you all for watching, and as always, your host, TheAmariaShadow, saying along Z, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone! Just message my party and let them know I'm leaving. And there, we can end it here for right now. So, goodbye, everyone!